Gaan ek op YouTube of gaan ek op Discord? Wow. Okay. En dan, maar soos jy nou klik stream van hier af, laai hom outomaties in doen. Shit, dis befok. Kijk, ek hier die stream, maar gooi hom in die channels. Yes. Ja, nee, obviously. Yes. Okay. Ja, ek is ready. Lekker. Gaan net kyk hierso. Wat sien nou moet ek in YouTube ingaan, dan moet ek om die stream gaan op my profiel gaan. En dan kan ek die stream gaan share. WhatsApp. Redline, diff. Ja, maar ek wil dit net op Discord doen, nie op WhatsApp toeshare. Hoe fuck doe jy dit? Ja, fuck ek in China van ander en as ek heb. Dit is 'n moeilike baan, hoor. Maar in die reën, jy kan hom nie manage in die reën nie, ek kan nie, ek fucking kom nie verby tin 2 nie. It's crazy. Kapitein, geniet hom.
Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football.
Wat het daar gebeur? O, ek dacht as ek dacht nou wat tel maak ek nou. Jy is die receiver geweest, fok, ek het geskop. Stupid. Okay, kom eens kyk hier wat gebeur hier.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Wat is dit? Sien, kyk waar toe fokkaarte baie mannetjie. Fok, weet.
On the ground, this is James Cook. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find your rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is third and long. Now Allen. And that is complete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory.
Bly met jy gekies daai. Die tag,
capitalize some momentum. Instead,
goeie vir jou running back.
Brings up fourth down and
maar as jy gesnap het, dan gaan jy net so 'n bietjie agter met jou quarterback en dan weer vorentoe en dan sodra jy vorentoe gaan en dan druk jy dat jy vir hom gegooi het. Ja, nee, try een beetje.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask.
Yeah,
and the defense
game is long.
turns them away.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. We'll try and run right.
Right foot.
Oh, big hole left side.
Geen.
He's to the 40. Inside the 20.
Nee, pas nog weer in, hè?
And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Bills.
Come on,
Greg,
para.
what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Devontae Turpin on the return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yardage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Mahomes going to push this one forward. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep, pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
On 3rd down, Mahomes.
Ja,
Over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. Deion Henley in there to drop him as he records.
Godt sport. cool, man.
His 5th sack of the year.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen now on 2nd down. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Bills first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. It is brought in the end zone. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Oh, he missed another one. Another missed extra point. 2 thus far tonight.
Yeah, good.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's a slant to Ayuk. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. He's got his man. That's Noel. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Open man downfield is Noel. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mahomes now to throw again. Has his man wide open, and it's Ayuk. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Bills with the early advantage. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco.
He's vanaf op my rand.
To the line of scrimmage at best. Might
You're
have
a
even
fuck
lost
idiot.
a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive
you
line.
see.
Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. They're trying to set up a screen here with Pacheco. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
On 1st down, Allen. Oh, bad decision there. Off his back foot, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor.
Ja, voeltjie.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal.
Okay, so nou koos Karelem, net die klam maak.
Here's Pacheco. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he barrels his way into the end zone.
Dankie.
Gunnar held.
Ek heb een Pieter speel.
Touchdown, KC. That touchdown #1 for him on the
Die
year.
rooi span.
Harrison
Chiefs.
Butker now for the extra point.
Ja,
Die wie is die blauws?
die Buffalo Bills.
He gets it to go. And the Chiefs have cut
Ja, die
the deficit to 5.
bulle. Die blauw bulle, ja.
Kan ook laten spelen.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return starts at the 13. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Ja, Ruben.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target.
Rigtings in wat hulle nie
And it'll bring up
fokken
second
van.
down. Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman.
So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow, really the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement of the offense. So what you want to do in these bad games is keep the ball underneath, tackle well in space, and say, okay, offense, snap that slippery ball one more time, throw it one more time. Just make them go the long way. Don't get them off the hook by giving them a one-play score.
And that is not going to help at all. They needed a whole chunk of yards, not going out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. 4th and long coming up.
Really nice job here by the defense, just continuing to string this play out towards the sideline. The running back, you can tell, he's looking for...
And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And this cannot be what they were hoping for. What a disaster. Hunter definitely in harm's way.
A
They
fake.
get nothing out of this, and they turned it over on down.
Unlucky.
First off, let's give him a little credit here for at least completing the pass. But if you're going to run a fake, at least throw the ball past the yard to gain. I mean, it took a little too long for the ball to get there and ultimately allowed them to make the stop, and they can't move the chains.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. Second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Ja, fucking clue wat hy nou daar gefok kan. Hy moer sommer die bal weg. Fucking idiot.
Now whistles.
Julle is so
Play
fucking
clock
stadig
at
kom
0,
te.
and that'll cost them 5. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That one, take it in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, Kansas City. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, this is Strong. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. And in motion is Coleman. 1st and 10, and it's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Allen. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. That one good for 26 yards.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing again, it's Allen. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air once more is Allen. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No more. It's going to bring up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break. Second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Trek het nie die mousepad.
This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Off the play fake, Mahomes. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. And he comes through with the grab and a first down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll lead to a second down. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. It's a first down and a gain of 13.
Ja, hij heeft wel eens allemaal heen vanavond.
See this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
First down throw, Mahomes. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly, and Even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. Able to complete it to Ayuk. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan,
this is fucking dumb.
There's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
3rd and long for Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down.
No.
Well, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. Picked up
Ja,
by
Jacob.
the safety, Taylor Rapp.
She didn't cock, man.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Allen. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And Lamar just shy of the 40. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
What the fuck, jij? Stand stil, man.
That's Palmer, the
Fucking
man in motion.
analog.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well.
Het gaan, want hij niet fucking moet gaan, hij niet dus.
He's wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete.
Nee, ik vind live op een bal laufen.
A job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down.
Set.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
2nd and 10. Throw once more. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Ja, jy hou my ou gehou. Hou vas nie te kan tackle. Computer.
To the air on third down. Here's Allen. And he'll take it on in.
Sien, ek het daai mannetjie nou beheer, maar ek kan fokol hy hardloop. Anyway. Nou wat nou? Fok Martin. Regtig? Daai internet van Martin. Ja, kies maar net vir Martin kak. Fok Pieter, ek weet nie. Gaan ons... Nee man, ons moet net weer speel, maar gaan ons nou speel of wat gaan ons doen? Ons draai maar weer. Kom nie. Ek stem. Ja, ek net gaan hierdie controller afsit. Nee, ek net die een. Okay, kom ons kyk wat gebeur. Okay, is jy reg om te search? Okay, action replay. Jy nou weer my gatskop, hoor. Nee, jy lees my fokus soos 'n boek. Alfie sit daar langs jy en sê van nee, replay. Of ek dink jy chat met my en hy speel vir jou.
Home of the Chiefs. Tonight on Sunday Night.
Imagine that.
It's the Buffalo Bills. And the Kansas City
Chiefs. Ja, was baie lekker. Op en af. Ja, hy was unlucky. Hy moes gewen het. Hy is baie beter as ek. Maar was lekker gespeel.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. That's Harrison Butker. Set to get things started.
Ja, en ek sien.
Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be just beyond the 25-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Allen throw to get things going. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there.
Wat bereiken die ou se rug daar?
It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. This one caught right side by Knox.
Ik zie je pas is
He'll
spot
be
on.
brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near
Je speelt niet
midfield.
zwak, Pieter. Jij speelt maar goed.
They get 21 on
Zeg je?
that one. First down, Buffalo.
Ja. Ja, hij is accuraat, nee. Maar die ou van die Bulls is goed hoor, nog goed. Nee, hij is baie goed, hij is 'n baie goeie quarterback in die regte lewe ook. Ja, hij is baie goed.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Ja, nou, twee defenders om hem is moeilijk.
Downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Allen going to throw again. Forced out left. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the
Ik
same...
ga net gauw pause, wanneer gaan die light hier op? Geef mij 2 seconden. Ja. Kom. Kom zitten. Gaan jullie kosje eten? Oké. Tot zo, Ruben. Jullie Liamson. Liamson. Ja, Pieter is een geduldige man. Sorry, is dat die fan wat nou hier blaas in die ore. Smaak soms die kinders toe, maar dat nie ons is net vanmiddag gery daar nou Denneking toe, dus as my ouers ietsie gaan eet, so ons is nie baie honger nie. Ja. Kinders al 'n bietjie speel, gaan ons trouvideo gaan kyk. Ja, Leo nog steeds blaas, né? Ja, ek sê net Leo moet sy kossies blaas. Ja, okay. Ja, daar in Denneking is die plek La Lula. Baie nice. Ja, ja. Baie nice plek, ja. Yes. Okay, Sarah, ek gaan resume. Okay, lekker.
Level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Allen. This one just too far.
Lucky.
Receiver out in front of him. That
Het
one
net
falls
daai
incomplete.
oudjamper
He was
gesek op
looking
hom.
for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And the rush is going to get there. He goes down.
Nee, ek het dit ook al getraai, Pieter, daai goed werk glad nie. Ons weet nie eintlik wat om te doen nie. Daar's ja, maar hierdie vyf goed sal werk, maar nou moet jy weet hoe dit werk. En ons weet nie hoe dit werk nie. Dis die grootste pik op.
They go play action with Mahomes. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. That is caught to the goal line and in.
Ja, daar was nou net 3 lucky plays.
That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
Ja, nou draai skop ook. Maar ek ben nie te bad met die skoppe nie.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And they'll be set up well. He is past the 35-yard line.
Hold on.
To throw on first and 10, Allen.
Yeah, scrum.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Now on second down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Bills first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
One more time going up top with Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley.
Dankie. Ja, ja van nee. Sy keer dan dink ek okay, ek sien okay. Gaan hy vir 4 kan gooi dan. Kom hy bly en druk ek sy rookie en dan gaan ek myself hoe the fuck doen
a little bit too long and the defense makes him pay.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. Once again, it's Pacheco. He's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Patrick to throw. A throw left side. Going to be intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. So they're going to have it here. Sure. Get it at their own 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Out of the gun, here's Allen. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to buy him up and set up a third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Oh, an ill-advised throw there. It's an interception. Picked off by Brian Cook. And a nice return will set them up in good field position right at midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. So these rules for the receivers, Mike, they call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback recognizing when you're open, stay open. That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Here's a short throw, caught by Wiley. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Could it be a timeout? One J God, pass act like that.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. First down. Oh, a teardrop throw there on his back foot. It's complete. And he has taken down a big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter.
Dat is bijna alweer geweest.
So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this.
Gaan Bart. Okay.
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And he's taken inside the opponent's 35. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Allen to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor. And his offense is going to be all set up with a
fucking starter, yes.
to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, I knew.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins.
We're going to get challenge play. Stop, man. Ja, mijne ook. Ik heb maar net resume nou.
Critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Exactly.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook.
Yes,
well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Play action now, and here's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Oh, fuck.
Whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Kakamai, muro.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll go play action here with Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Injured player on the field, and that indeed is Josh Allen. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, a bad decision there. Off his back foot. It's interception. Picked off by Deion Henley. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That one incomplete. The defender right there.
Die bal is lekker na teen sukkel.
It's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick.
Oh.
One too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concept with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart. Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up. And he's able to bring him down for a loss.
That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. 1st down throw, Mahomes.
Ja man, waar is jy? Hoekom is jy nie daar nie, jou koepel? Jy te staar.
That one's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Not a man over the middle. It's Worthy. He's taken down just shy of the 10. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Mahomes now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. it'll set up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Elke bietjie help, né?
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there.
Yeah, cover last man defense. Well done. Last hit about him better.
All the way to the 25-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive.
Yeah, well done.
A gain of 48.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
In motion, Shakir. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. In middle, he's got to complete the play. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
From the gun, Josh Allen. And
well done.
Take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Nee, jij gaat nog bij scoren. Game is nog lang.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who've also scored throughout the league.
Sê vir ons jy moet jy nie baie so mooi leer nie.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line.
Met jou kop smokkel. Dis koffie klink nou moer lekker. Ek gaan nou my koffie maak.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. Here's Mahomes. That's
right now.
To Ayuk.
Okay. Ek sien so. Die bus drywer is sommer fucking lelik vir my.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. There's that man again.
Okay, jy het nou dan 'n bietjie daai fucking gloves elke rond gesit.
It will be a gain of 8.
Daar is die helfte voorbij. Oké, mooi man. Ja, is een lekker game hier, Pieter.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. Now a hit, and he lost the football.
Hoe kon hij niet dit?
Special teams has come up with the recovery.
Wil jij nou touchdown gaan scoren?
Special teams comes through again.
Hey, jij wil die fucking ballen, nie ek nie, dis vir my. My ouens is nou moeg.
The biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Yeah. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. He'll try and run here with Cook.
Look, I mean, maybe you don't always convert 3rd and short, but this type of loss shouldn't even be in the realm of possibility. Looked like an abject failure up front, quickly led to a disaster.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. Inside the 10, it is
Just get your number hard. Yo,
they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Ja, ek bedoel, check daai korre. Yes. Net te stadig.
Get the conversion on 4th down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Allen will throw. He puts it up and it's caught. Dalton Kincaid.
Ja, ik Pieter nou.
He's got another one.
Ruben los.
2nd touchdown of the evening.
Shushu.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback. If things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Ja, nee.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying,
Ja, maar voor jou niet witspan. Dat was niet voor mij voor die release
to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
In motion, Shakir. They'll throw on first down with Allen. He's got it about the 8. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
In motion, Shakir. From the gun, it's Allen. This
Yes,
one's
well done.
off the floor. And he's into the end zone yet again. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment.
Ja.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
3 in de helft.
He'll look to throw. He's looking deep for Shakir. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have a Chiefs first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Oh, short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete.
Fumble.
It's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's to the left side, and caught by Noel. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards on the connection. First down, KC.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
A first down throw for Mahomes. It's taken in by Noel. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down. They'll run with Pacheco. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Mahomes. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's in.
Okay.
Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, AC.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers. There's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This is caught. He's got it.
Okay.
And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike,
Yeah,
but I'm
it's
really
crazy.
not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Going to return this from the 10. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Done, yeah.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one's down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Damn it.
Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
And you can see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete.
That was probably
A
lucky
gain
though.
of 24 through the air. 1st down, Buffalo.
So everyone's going to focus on the throw, right, Mike? But it was really the way he used his eyes to manipulate the defense that really made that shot downfield possible.
First and 10. Back to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor.
Lucky
Chalk this
me.
one up, Mike, to just a
Lucky
rookie
dog.
mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these
Yes,
ups
they
and
did
downs.
move for it on this
Every
one.
once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Going the out route.
Really?
Has it.
You do like this on the
Lose
go.
yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now, Mahomes. Oh, they got the turnover they needed.
Ciao.
It's intercepted.
Esa
Picked
idiot.
off by Christian Benford.
Ik weet dat ik moet gewoon gooien naar gooien nog steeds niet. Fuck
Chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are under.
2nd and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. Pretty good throw there by the 4th-round pick. It is a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to the air one more time. That is caught to the goal line and in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown Buffalo. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Now a timeout Buffalo. They're 2nd, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Man in motion is Coleman. Now they'll set up to throw. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively. They're able to get that stop. They can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he will dive into the end zone. 92 yards.
Zo'n treinfok-type.
Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it, but when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike, it is because we don't see it very often in a world of the ever-increasing touchback. We don't see a lot of returns in this league. So
and he will get into the end zone for the 2. And
lucky
extend the lead
2-pointer.
to 7 points.
Skus, ek wil net gou vir die laaitie konijts, hè. As hy eendag wil pos. Maar jy kan ons maar net pos. Ek wil net gou vir die laaitie konijts, hè. Pappies.
The Bills going to use their final timeout here.
Good night.
How can you do?
Okay, ja, die game is nog 10 minuten, dan is het klaar. Sorry, kom ek. Nee, daai was 'n lucky touchdown, Pieter. Maar ek het net besluit ek gaan nou net fucking daai kant toe hardloop en as ek 'n kans het gaan ek insny en toe sekteer en toe ja, toe het ek nie weer opgehou nie. So ja, so bietjie beplant, maar dit was lekker om daar deur te kom.
So a big change here. They go from down
Ross,
one, score
dis
the
helemaal te
touchdown,
saag.
add the two.
Toe nie.
Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. Boom! And he'll bring it out to the
Dis nie
22
ook klimkans daar nie, hoor.
That's where the offense will take the field. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
Unlucky.
And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Oh,
Get this all the way down inside the 5.
damn it.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Play action here. Mahomes. Broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
On 2nd down, Mahomes.
Kom ek nie fucking deur daar nie.
Too much. And passes
Ek moet
incomplete.
nog seker fucking kyk dat my speler daar deurkom,
He'd
né?
love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. This wasn't quite meant to be.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Mahomes in to throw again.
Ja, sê, dis wat ek nou nou wil. Kom my nie deur nie. Toe flip ek nou net die play, toe doen ek dit nou kom my nou deur. Nou het hy in jou defender vasgehardloop.
That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Jy het al vanaf Stratons
Especially
geskoor.
down here this close to the goal line.
Jy guys nog nie
I think
gekyk
my
hoe
guys
ek
better
deur
be
jou
alert
gehardloop en nou
now.
sê
Put him in a
kan
position
nou
to have
gebeur.
success, throw it up to him, and let him do the
Nee.
rest.
Ja,
They'll return this from the 11. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the former Cal Bear, Noel Williams.
Unlucky.
A run. It's Pacheco. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
This caught right side by Worthy. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that was the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
come up for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the left side. Taken in by Coleman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Give them 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down. Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores. And it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Brian Cook there defensively to knock that one away.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll look to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked up by Deion Henley. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. With our 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He's going to tuck it and go. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bills signal that they have it.
Mahomes with tackle misses.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Deion Henley. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Throwing off his... He's hit after
Yeah.
and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
They'll go with the sneak. He's got the first down. They'll bring him down to 28. But the sticks will move. First down picked up on the ground.
See ya.
Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. 5 times a Pro Bowler, that's Joey Bosa. In there to drop him as he registers sack number 4 on the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
No, he takes it
One in the win column for the Chiefs. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm,
Yeah.
but they would not let the
Ons
field
paar
or the
bikkies, paar
conditions
goeie
deter them in
touchdowns.
any way. We're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory.
Ja, well done.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson.
That's
For
right.
our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.
I know. Oké, dan sien ek hier nou by die F1, hè. Ek dink is net ek jy in skakel kry. Ja, ek weet wat sy storie is, hè. Wat rarig. Tegen lief. Maar nou met toe hy later gesê het, hy change sy mind, hy sal nog gegou gee. Ja, en toe die ouens hom convince, maar ja, anyway. Ja. Okay, nee, shop. Nee, maar nie die saafspring is fucking gaan seer wees. Ja, sien jy. Okay. Chat man, cheers man. Bye. Even.